I'm worried
Why?
that you might grow up to be a real piece of
Wow.
I mean, you're fine now, but a couple of wrong decisions, and I could definitely see you turning out to be a real piece of
Dad? Leave.
Just a dirty human being.
Why am I dirty now?
I mean, I'd love you either way. Just promise me that you won't...
Turn out to be a piece of
Yeah, a really big one. I mean, a piece of that is.
Well, I won't. You can leave now.
Okay. I love you.
Hey guys, my name is Bando, this is Breakfast of Bando. I'm eating some banoffee waffles I've just made, and I thought I'd just go through this with you. So what have we got here? Legions Imperialis, what makes the Solar Auxilia the best human soldiers around? It's easy to forget the warriors, other than Space Marines, took part in the Horus Heresy. Not if you know anything about the setting, it's not. Despite their prominence, the Legiones Astartes were enormously outnumbered by human soldiers of the Imperial Army. Outnumbered, but not outclassed. Uncountable millions of regular, unaugmented troops marched under the Imperial banner, and of those, the Solar Auxilia were the elite. Yeah, okay. That's pretty accurate. And we have some Solar Auxilia right here. One thing I can't help but notice is these aren't Legiones Imperialis scale Solar Auxilia. In fact, none of them are in this entire article. Which has got me thinking that this article is not getting you ready for Legiones Imperialis, but is instead prepping the newer players for their inevitable re-emergence into the full-scale Horus Heresy. This article is a very strange one, because this article basically runs through how they're an elite infantry unit, how that they, the heavy artillery is actually used by different Imperial Army units, and that, they have very little of their own, and how they were used for void combat, which is, as we know, Zone Mortalis, ship-to-ship combat. And, yeah. Well, from what the leaks have told us is the entire release for the Solar Auxilia coming soon is going to be nothing but plastic tanks. So this article's going on about how great an infantry army they are, and suddenly we're just going to get them, but with nothing but tanks. That seems really stupid to me. We know we're getting a new Baneblade. We've seen it already. Yeah, I like the Solar Auxilia. I think they look really cool. I'd love to do a Solar Auxilia army, but my god, have I no way got the funds to be able to afford to do a Solar Auxilia army. This is entirely, in my opinion, to prep people for a plastic re-release of this army. And if they do not include plastic infantry in that release, it's going to be a really wild, missed opportunity. And one that I just don't quite understand. I mean, this is some great artwork, some wonderful photo manipulation stuff. And, as always, the sort of Forge World Black Book style artwork's always nice. But, sub-cohorts of approximately 60 troopers. I don't know many people who can afford to field 60 infantry in one of these armies. I also know that you can field a hell of a lot more if you know which rules to use. I believe the maximum is 800 if you max out the force organisation chart for one of them. And that's a lot of infantry. Now, I got no problem with this article in theory. It's more of GW regurgitating the same things we've been told over and over again. but it just feels a little weak, I think. But it's another heresy article on a Tuesday, which is interesting. But we have a second article, which we can go through. It's a little better. And that is about the new Cerestus Knights. And they've been painted up by the Warhammer Studio, which is cool. And, you know, they're well painted, obviously, coming from the studio. If a little bland for some of them. But they do a really good job showing how dynamic the posing can be on these models. This is a lovely model. This person has clearly been painting Bretonnians their entire life. Yeah, just some, you know, some great posing, some interesting use of decals. Oh good, we are getting some of the other ones. I was just thinking, they're all the same type of knight. Have they forgotten the one with the flamer? We've seen this one already before. I think this is actually Andy Hawes. Love this head. This is what I want to use. Whether or not I get this one, I don't know. That's a bit weird. That looks a bit off. My knee did that once, and I didn't walk properly for quite some time. That's just brilliant. That one is absolutely fantastic, and I don't think you can even get these decals anymore, which is ironic. I love the look of that. That's a fantastic model. That's really good as well. So this is actually really, really nice. I like this. This is the sort of thing we should be getting more of, in my opinion. There is no reason that we shouldn't be seeing an article like this almost every week for something. And oh, it's good to see that you get extra shoulder pads, whether or not you want them. That's cool. I'll put it up for a vote which one of these I get. I intend to get one. It'll be after the Mark III box set comes out, but I'll definitely get one. And I'll let you guys decide which one it is. But where's the studio painted Solar Auxilia? You know, you're an article going, hey, here are these human soldiers. Would it have killed you to have put 2 or 3 images of them in different colour schemes, painted by different studio members? Just weak. Really, really weak from Games Workshop. And it seems to be doing that constantly. They are just doing the absolute bare minimum. And I don't know, maybe it's because I come from a different time, where a lot of this was done more by enthusiasts rather than by a corporation. But I mean, you look at the older White Dwarfs and look at the modern ones and compare them, and you'll see such a stark difference in the level of passion for this hobby. I mean, yeah, the models are nicer, the paints are better, you know, we've got access to better tools, but are we in a healthier place hobby-wise? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Also, it strikes me as really weird that there isn't more armour above on the hips. That's a real weak point. That's kind of a place you'd want to put armour. Bit of a tangent there. Same with the upper arms. Ah well. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you like these models? Are you hyped for Legiones Imperialis? What knightly order are you planning on painting your knights in if you're going to get one? Do you think these guys are going to be the plastic release for the Mystery Army? Or do you think it's going to be something else? I think it's a pretty safe bet it's going to be these guys. Anyway, I'm going back to my waffles and now melted ice cream. My name is Bando. This is Brexit Bando. Bit of a shorter video today. As always, please feel free to use my Element Games code when you're ordering from them. Get yourself some extra rewards. And it's all down in the description. Come say hi on the Bolter and Chainsword. Come say hi on Instagram. Yeah. Have a nice evening. Bye bye.